All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2. Philly Hockey Club versus Little Caesars. Morning game was a 3-2 loss to the Cleveland Barons. Goal scorers on the morning, Torrin Chamberlain and Luke Seiden. Took 3 penalties in the affair. And we cannot take penalties in this game or we're going to be in trouble. This team moves the puck very well, as many of you know. And we're going to have a packed house, it seems, here. We got a couple of the Cleveland Barons here, a little Benny Morris over here to the right. Here to root on some of the PHC guys. We're a little early as we gather here, about 13 minutes till supposed puck drop. But PHC is out for warm-ups. Little Caesars is still in the locker room. Little Caesars played the Toronto Young Nats early this morning, and I believe the score was 7-1. Team Illinois just wrapped up and beat the Young Nats prior to our game. We share that info because the Young Nats and the Mission are in our bracket in this event. Young Nats are now 0-2. And the Young Nats have a date tomorrow, I believe, against Tommy Goebel and the Cleveland Barons. Little Caesars has taken the ice. And we're going to be set to play shortly, folks. Got a number of folks tuning in. About a minute left on the score clock here, but I believe they're probably going to give Little Caesars a little bit more time to warm up, given they just got on the ice. We are running a little bit ahead of schedule. Some news to share with all of you. Lucas Amaker will make his opening debut for the season as he has arrived from Chicago after missing his connection and spending the night in Chi-Town. Additionally, Nash Tobias has recovered his own gear and will now be playing with his own equipment in Game 2. It is worth noting Nash's sticks did not arrive, so he will be playing with somebody else's stick. Based on his feedback at lunch, the sticks he borrowed from Game 1 were no good. So we'll see if he pulls a new twig out for Game 2. Lucas is here, so perhaps he could use his. But we're going to hope to have some magic in that new twig that Nash uses, because we're going to play the #1 team in the country, and we're all set to go. The horn has sounded. 13 minutes on the clock for the first period. Teams head to their respective benches to get some final words from their coaches. And we'll be underway just shortly. From the looks of it down here to the left, it looks as if Grayson Kabuchi is going to make his PHC debut in net. Torrin Chamberlain, Nash Tobias, and Ray Kasha with Lucas and Blake on the back end to start the game. Detroit will send out Parker Miller. Nash using his own equipment and his own jersey, and he wins the opening draw. Detroit over the blue line. They step in. Blake holds it up. Detroit throws it behind our net. Lucas steps in. He battles. PHC battling on the wall. Chamberlain comes out with it. That's pinched back in. Detroit pitches it back deep. They throw it to the middle. Lucas has it. Ooh, skipped in on Grayson and plays for the corner. Cancun scoops it up for Detroit. He works off the wall of the corner. Toral and Chamberlain there. He's battling. Detroit now picks up the loose puck. They turn. They throw it deep again. Blake has it. He's pressured. He turns again. PHC circling their zone. Lucas comes over, blocks a loose shot, and Grayson faces his first rubber. Backhand shot chipped into Grayson. He makes that save, and out comes the next unit. Asher, Longo, and Joey with Luke and Finney on the back end. Got scored on earlier this morning on a set face-off play, so we have to be much more diligent on the face-offs. Asher wins that one back to Finney. Finney wraps it around to Joe. Joe cannot play that off the wall, but he scoops it up. He dances by one. Longo over. Longo has it. Joe just overskated as Longo skates. Puck comes out to Finney just outside the blue. Luke has it at the red. Luke chips it to Joe. Joe has it. Joe throws it in deep. All the way around. If Longo gets on his horse, he'll be first to the puck. Longo's there. He battles. Asher comes over to help. PHC battling down low. Joe comes in. He's digging. He's digging. He's digging. Asher now behind the net. On top of the Detroit defenseman. Detroit breaks out, hits the winger. Throws it through the middle. Luke picks that off. Collides with the Detroit forward. He goes down. Joe goes for a change. Finney throws it up the wall to Longo. Longo plays it up to Asher. Asher at the red line tries to chip it deep. Cannot. Detroit gets that. Throws it back into our far corner. Luke Seiden on his horse. Collects the puck. He has it. Throws it up the wing to Tommy Barron, fresh off the bench. He's bodied and falls down. Kellen now out. And Fiorello. We got two wingers on the same side here, and we cannot do that against Detroit. That side is wide open, and that's where Detroit will collect the puck. Detroit has it. Throws a cross-ice pass, hits the middle. Broken up. Fiorello has it. Kellen on his horse. He's pressuring the D. 3-on-2 the other way for Detroit. Detroit has it. Swings it to the far side. A shot. Ooh. Not sure if that hit, what that hit, but it goes into the corner. Kellen now trying to force the puck out of the zone. Detroit pressures. They have it just inside our blue. Guy turns, dumps it in, dumps it to the D. Luke collects, and he'll throw it down for an icing. PHC will go for a change. Borden comes out with Lucas on the back end. Chamberlain, Shake and Bake Ray, and Tobias will come back out face-off in our own end. 10:15 on the clock, 0-0 here, ladies and gentlemen. Tobias steps in to take the draw. He wins it back. Borden plays it up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain's going to flee the zone, tries to chip it to himself and go around the D. He's on his horse. 3 PHC guys all in the same spot, pressuring. They come away with it. Chamberlain has it. Guy in front, wide open. Shake and Bake. Ray's there. Oh, keep playing. It's loose. Goalie made a save but didn't know it. Chamberlain behind the net. He walks out in front, throws it in on goal, and that's saved. Detroit steps. Logan's going to step in, and he's got to get back. Detroit was able to clear the zone. They flee. Logan gets back nicely, breaks up that play. It's going to go behind the net. Lucas will be first to that. He stops. Great play by Lucas. Gets caught up in his feet. Plays it up to Torn. Torn has it on the wall. Tries to clear the zone. It's blocked. That's banged off the wall. Torn has it. Ray is out of the zone. Ray's got to get back down low here. He's going for a loose puck. He does. Lucas has it. Plays it up to Ray. Ray, nice play. Chips it off the wall and down. That's going to be an icing. 9:20 left on the clock. And PHC will go for a change. Out will come Clements. The Clements line with Finney and Tushev on the back end. 9:19 on the clock. Shake and Bake Ray almost pumped one home. It was a nice play by Torren. He threw a backhand in front. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Clements wins the draw. Blake plays it up to Longo. Detroit man there. He falls down on the puck. Longo battling to Detroit, to PHC. Battling. Blake comes out of the pile with the puck. Takes it behind our net. Detroit pressures. Throws it up to Joe. Joe knocks it out of the air. He throws it across ice. Broken up. Goes out to center ice. Asher on it. Comes back just the top of the circles in the Detroit zone. Asher's on top of that. That's played to Joe. Joe picks that off. Detroit will break out. 3-on-2. 4-on-2 if they hurry. They cut across the zone. Throw it to the middle. Shot. Good save by Grayson, puck is still loose. Somebody got knocked down in front. Asher came over. He was knocked down. Detroit will go for a change. .8:39 on the clock. 0-0. Asher steps in for the draw. Been much better on faceoffs this game. Hopefully not jinxing it. Asher ties up. Detroit picks up the loose puck. Asher battles, goes behind. Puck goes in the corner. Thrown out in front. Cam Coons there, picked off. Longo plays it to Joey. Joey, 1-on-2. Looks to split the D. He goes by one. Oh, he danced the first guy. Second guy came over and made a play. Joe could have went wide there if he had some speed. He might have been able to beat them wide. There's a battle at center ice. Joe goes down. Kellen is now there. Longo has it in our own zone. He turns. He throws it up to Joe. Joe has it. Throws it across. Cam Coons has it, goes to shoot. That's deflected. Here comes Joe. Joe looks to leave the zone. He does. He chips it just out to center ice. Good, smart play. Won't go for icing, and we'll get a change. Kellen on the forecheck. PHC comes out with Fiorello and Barron. Borden on the back end. Luke, there's a far guy wide open behind Luke, and there it goes. Ooh, just outside the reach of that guy, but he was wide open, camped out in front. Gotta watch the backdoor plays. We got beat this morning on 3 backdoor goals. Fiorello clears that all the way down. They wave off the icing. Thank God. Barron here, he's going to step in to look for the play. Detroit misses the pass there, and that's going to be an icing. That goes all the way in, all the way down. I don't know. I don't work here, but I'm a parent for the other team. No, sir. We got a fan here trying to talk to me as if I work here, but they're calling about something that's broken. No idea. Kellen will step in with the offensive zone draw. Luke and Logan on the back end. Puck comes to Barron. Luke pumps it right into the Detroit player. Hits him right in the chest. Then Luke throws it behind the net. Barron battling behind the net. He throws one out in front. Nobody home. Kellen on the back check. He's got on his horse. Hunting this guy down. Logan turned outside. That puck goes across. Barron goes for a change. He's banging on the door to be let in. Tobias comes out. We're playing 3-on-2 down low. They got to get that out. Good attempt. Nash has it. And it looks like they're going to chip it out. Detroit battling just inside our blue. Detroit throws it deep. Luke's going to go behind our own net. Ray Cascio off the bench. Luke plays it to Ray. Ray unabated. He's got to collect it. He does. He throws it across. Fiorello is there. Fiorello could be first. He's got to get on it. Detroit guy lifts his stick. Fiorello picks up the puck. He's battling. It's a 1-on-3. Throws it. PHC was on the change. PHC was on a change there. Lucas came storming off the bench, tried to keep it in, just goes outside the blue line for an offsides call. 6:28 remaining on the clock. We got Tobias, Chamberlain, and Cascia with Lucas and Blake on the back end. Face off in the neutral zone just outside Detroit zone to the right-hand side. Nash Tobias having equipment problems. Isn't that ironic? As the referee is trying to fix his helmet. Nash steps in for the draw. Nash wins it to himself. Oh, just stepped in over the blue line. Puck plays deep. Ray Cascio on his horse. Pressure in the defenseman. D-man throws it behind his own net. 3 PHC guys there. Nash has the puck. Oh, he looked back at the D. The D were wide open, but Nash tried to make a play there and got broken up. Nash almost a half wall. Ray comes over to help. 3 PHC guys swarm the puck. They come out with it. Ray walks out of the corner, chips it deep. Torn goes into the corner to pressure. He pressures the Detroit D, who swings it around to the weak side, and they'll break out the zone. Torn on the back check. Detroit crosses the blue. They stop. Gretzky turn, hits the D-man at the point. Shot in on goal. Oh, good job by, I think that's Blake. Cleared that out front. There were 2 Detroit guys standing there. Blake made a great play. 2 PHC guys fall down at center ice. We're short back in our own zone. Oh, Lucas with a great stick there to break up the pass in the middle. Cam Coons was camped out in front. He could have had a hoagie. Cross-ice pass just over Cam's stick. Goes in the corner. Chamberlain's there. He battles. They play it back to the point. Detroit shoots. That goes high and in the air. Lucas gloves that down. He catches. Throws it up the wall. Great play by Lucas to Ray. Ray chips it out to center ice. Comes back in. Lucas corrals it. He's got it. Looks, spins away from one. Ray has it at the red line. He chips it deep. Ray goes for a change. Luke Lucas goes for a change. Nash goes for a change. Out comes Finney, Clements, Joey. Joey at center ice. He looks to break that up, goes through his stick. Asher on the back check. He's there. Joe picks up a guy's stick. Puck goes into the corner. Battle along the wall. Joe gloves that down. It comes right to Asher. That would have been a hand pass, but we're in the D zone, folks, so they let that go. That puck is shot, goes wide, goes into the corner. Finney's first there. He's got Longo coming in over to help him. Clements is there. He's battling. Joe's on the other side. He's there. He chips it across. Grayson makes a save, kick save in the corner. Puck is wrapped around to the side. Joey's going to be battle. Detroit D steps in. We're battling. Clements picks up a loose puck. Him and Joe fleet his own. It's 1-on-4. Asher got the red line. He crosses the blue, chips it into himself. PHC got to get on this one. Joe in on the forecheck. He breaks that up. Puck is in his own equipment. Joe plays it to Asher. Asher there. Joe looked to walk. Joe walks off the wall. Gives a little slash. Luke breaks up the passes. Detroit tried to fleet his own. Asher has the puck. Plays it to himself. He's bodied and knocked down. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty, but Joe's back on D. Joe has it. He corrals it. He chips it up to Asher. Joe's now fleeing. Oh, good play by Joe. Joe picked the pocket of the Detroit forward, dumps it all the way deep. We go for a change. Asher was clobbered at center ice. No call. 3:42 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. 0-0. Detroit crosses center ice. Parker Miller crosses the blue. He goes in deep. He goes by the forward, plays it back, top of the circle. Detroit corrals it. They throw it back into the corner. Lucas is there. He's first to the puck. He plays it up to, I believe that's Fiorello. Fiorello spins. Puck comes back in down our own side. Lucas plays around to his D partner. Puck goes to the Detroit forward. Oh, they shoot that wide. Puck's in the corner. Fiorello there. He battles. He whacks it back behind our own net. Detroit player forechecking. That's Parker Miller. But Lucas spins away from him, chips it out, and that's going to go into the Detroit own. There's going to be no icing on that play. If the puck is going to die, Fiorello is on it. He pressures. Detroit, oh, good job. Stops and pops the other way, but Kellen's right there to pressure. Kellen plays it to himself. Kellen has it, gets his stick popped, and Detroit flees the zone. They cross the red, they cross the blue, drives Lucas wide, steps in, toe drag. Good play, great play. Kabuchi is down. Detroit had a great scoring chance there, but no cigar. Detroit has the puck at the blue line. They throw it, deflect it, goes into the far side corner. PHC running around their own zone a little bit. Lucas picks up a puck, deflects it, plays it up to the winger. Fiorello's there. He chips it, tries to clear the zone, but it's knocked down. Detroit has it at the point, shot it on goal. Nice save there by Kabuchi. Rebound, that's cleared by the PHC and thrown out to center ice. Tommy Barron on the forecheck. Forechecking. He takes down a Detroit player. Detroit played it up to our own blue. They dump it in. Finney has it behind our net. He wraps it around to Shake and Bake Ray, who's getting pressured by the Detroit player. Detroit keeps it in. Back to Finney, who just launches it back up. Chamberlain off the bench. He gets it out to center ice. Detroit pressure. Nash and Ray out of Detroit picks it up at center ice. They play it up. Step over to blue. Detroit there. Takes a shot. Hard and wide. Nash there. Picked up the loose puck by Blake. Chips it up to Torrin. Torrin tried to leave the zone. Oh, Ray Kasha buried in our own zone. No call on that. Finney gets it. Throws it outside the blue. That should be offsides, and it is. 1:25 on the clock. Whew. There was a big collision at just outside our blue. Ray Kasha shaking his head a little bit. He got his bell rung. Sean Barron passing out treats here as we head towards the close of the first period. PHC loses the draw. Ray picks it up. He chips it deep. They're going to call that icing, but it hit the Detroit player's stick. That's a missed call. We'll have a face-off down their own end with 1:17 on the clock. And out comes Clements, Digitano, and Longo. Finney and Tushev remain as the D unit. Much better period here for the PHC players to start the game. Much better than last game to start. But we're working the rust off. Clements wins the face-off back. Finney gets that. He wraps it around. That's a set play. Joe goes over. He picks it up. He loses it in his skates, but he gets it back. Chips it out to center ice. Mikey Longo on the forecheck. Longo breaks up a pass. That puck goes in the air just outside the zone. Longo's back. Ooh, Clements had a stick there. Detroit gets through. Detroit over the blue line. We're going to watch that drop pass. And it goes all the way out to the far point. A shot. Loose puck. Nice play. Finney plays it to the corner. Longo has it. He plays it back behind our net. Finney collapsed behind the net. Not sure what happened there. He must have hit a rut. Tushev behind the net. Bodies are everywhere. Clements is in there helping out. 38 on the clock. Puck is tied up behind the net. 2 PHC, 2 Detroit. Joe comes in and helps. He spotted a loose puck, and he's gone. Joey DiGattano plays it far side to Mikey Longo, who pressures. Joey has it. He pressures. Clements plays it up, tried to get it to Joe, just outside of Joe's reach. Off the bench comes Luke Seiden. Luke Seiden gets it. He throws it up the middle. He had Joe. Joe is spinning just outside of Joe's reach. 12 on the clock. Detroit steps over the blue line. They shoot. They go wide. They're going to play it back. Shot. Oh, what a save. Longo has it. 4 seconds left. Crosses the blue line, chips it off. Joe's gone if he can get there. Ooh. Joe in a foot race at the end of the period. He had a step on the Detroit defender, but we're going to run out of time there. So, 0-0 after 1. I would tell you that was a hell of a hockey period by both teams. Both teams traded good scoring chances. Shake and Bake Ray had probably our best opportunity. And Grayson Kabuchi made a very nice save on a cross ice, along the ice shot, which he kicked into the corner. Got to clean up a couple of the rebounds in front of our own net. Our D got to make sure that they watch, because the Detroit players are known to storm the net. They are everywhere. But they did a phenomenal job in the first period there, clearing loose pucks out from our crease. Much better job this period also. D moving pucks up to the forwards, making plays. Wish we would have played this way the first game, folks. It would have possibly been a very different result. But that's why you work out the kinks in the game one. We got Chicago Mission players rolling in now early to catch a glimpse of these two teams. Detroit breaks the huddle. 13 minutes on the clock. Luke Seiden and Logan Borden will start on the back end. And Nash Tobias comes out with his two line mates, Shake and Bake Ray and Torrin Chamberlain.
Go, Grayson.
Our first period here is sponsored by 7 Oil. They will be writing us a check later today. They just don't know it yet because none of them are watching the stream. They're all here live. Nash wins the draw. Detroit picks up a loose puck, plays it D to D, up to the weak side wing. He has it. They chip it into the zone. Oh, Detroit left wide open. Oh, Grayson makes a save. What a save by Grayson. Detroit player was literally left wide open. Grayson made a great save right there. Detroit came out. Got to keep it head on a swivel there. No idea what happened there. Defensive breakdown, but Detroit was wide open. Grayson came up huge. Detroit has it. Nash picks up a loose puck. Ray has it. Plays it up to Nash. Nash sticks it out to center ice. Detroit coming right back down our throats. 2-on-1 again. Luke there. Grayson makes a glove save. Grayson makes a glove save. Cam Coons crashing the net. He's taken down. Fell on top of Grayson there. Cam is slow to get up, but he looks like he's going to be all right. PHC will make a change. The entire 5-man unit will go. 12:10 on the clock.
Come on, Tommy.
Tommy Barron comes out with McDonough, Fiorello, Lucas, and Blake on the back end. Grayson Kabuchi made 2 monster saves. Welcome to the big show here. Those were highlight reel saves. We'll go back and clip those for his dad. Kellen wins the draw to himself. Blake gets it, whips it around. Detroit defenseman first to the puck. He plays it right back down our own neck, down low. Detroit has it. Corrals it behind the net. Blake's hard on him. Ref is in the way. Blake just steamrolls the Detroit player. Little guy there. Blake, Lucas has it in the middle. Plays it to himself. Got to get rid of it here. And he does. He chips it out to center ice. Detroit defenseman has it. Detroit plays it over our line. Blake's there defending that. He gets caught up with the referee. Ref is in the wrong spot twice. Kellen battling. Blake now plays it across. Here goes Fiorello. Fiorello has it across center ice. He's got to get it deep here. Got to get pucks deep. We turn it over at the blue, and here comes Detroit right back down our necks. Blake playing a man one-on-one. Oh, good play. Tommy Barron there to scoop up the loose puck. He gets it, throws it up. Try to throw it to Fiorello. That puck is picked off by Detroit. Detroit comes in. They turn. hit the weak side D here. Weak side D comes down. They play catch the D in the forward, in the corner. Diaz walked all the way down. 2 Detroit players behind the net. Lucas, man in the front. That puck is tossed out in front. Nobody home. Detroit has it. They throw it behind our net. Fiorello is going to be first to the puck in our own corner. He gets it, throws it up. That hits Kellen's stick. Kellen has it. Kellen is buried from behind. That's got to be a penalty, and it's not. They are not calling anything. Kellen's tied up. Kellen looked at the ref there for a penalty, but the referee is about 7 years old. He ain't calling anything, my friends. Detroit has it. They play it over. Looked like an offsides there, but they didn't call that either. Lucas gets it. He's going to be first to the puck in our own corner. Detroit player battles. Another guy comes in. Kellen falls down. Lucas plays it up to the winger. Winger was not there. Detroit steps in, plays it behind our net. Kellen picks it up. Kellen's got wheels. Kellen's got a head up ice. He looks. He carries it over to blue. O'Malley imploring them to get it deep. Tommy Barron looked to play it across ice to the weak side. Fiorello looked to the bench to go to a change. Lucas, a mocker, great play. Breaks a pass up. Detroit defenseman has it in his own zone. He's spinning. No one's really actually there to pressure him, but he keeps spinning. Off the bench comes Asher Clements. Detroit plays it across. They play it in the wing. They kick and drive. Good job by Kellen to stay with the center who kicked and drive there. Lucas breaks that puck up. Joey DiGattano off the ice. Off the bench. He's buzzing. Puck goes in. Shot. Hits Kellen. Kellen McDonough with the shot. He blocks another shot. Blake has it. Blake chips. Blake needs a change. He dumps it all the way down. That's going to be an icing with 9:30 left on the clock. Out comes Finney and Luke Seiden. Really good shift there by Lucas Amaker. The fact that he had to watch the first game, he saw some of the things we might have been doing wrong. He's been everywhere with his stick in the right spot to break up passes. We got Longo, DiGattano, Clements, Seiden, and Finney. Detroit wins the draw. They throw it back, but that puck is gone. Joey DiGattano on his horse. He's going to beat the Detroit guy if he keeps moving. That's not going to be an icing. Joey pressures that. Detroit try to play. Longo gets it, plays it back to Seiden. Seiden has it. He shoots. Deflection. Oh, that almost squeaked in. Asher first to the puck. He plays it back to Finney. Finney has it. Tries to look for Joe. Joe gets a bouncing puck. He walks by 1. He walks by 2. Oh, Joey cuts middle. Joey walks. Sauce pass over to Clements, just out of his reach. That would have been filthy, my friends. Clements has it on the wall. He's got Joe. Joe and Clements, they're working together. 2-on-1. Detroit guy comes over. Joe there battles. Looks like he thinks, oh, Detroit swings it around. All 3 forwards are on the same side. Finney's got to retreat here. And he does. Nice play by Joe to break up a cross-ice pass. And here we go. Luke Seiden over the blue line. He's got time and space. He plays it in deep, and here comes PHC. Detroit corrals it behind their net. They throw it right up the gut to Cam Coons. Cam Coons up the middle. He pressuring in on Luke. Finney has the other defenseman. Cam Coons steps. He shoots. Scores. 1-0 Detroit. 8:19 on the clock. Cam Coons stepped over to blue, cut towards the middle, and let a rocket go. Not sure if Grayson didn't see it. But that one went right over the shoulder. That was a bullet, my friends. Out comes Tobias. 8:19 on the clock. Tobias plays it to himself. Chamberlain falls down. Tobias crosses the blue line. He puts his shoulder down, dips it around the defenseman. Defenseman plays it up to his winger. Good job by Ray. Breaks up a pass. That goes to Lucas. Lucas plays it back into the Detroit defender. Detroit defender plays it back to Lucas. Playing a little ping pong. Borden comes over. He plays the puck up. Puck comes back in our own end. Lucas has it. He plays a cross-ice pass. He sees Torrin. Tries to hit him. They're going to wave off icing there. It does not get to the red anyway. Torrin working in the corner by himself. He needs help, people. He needs help. Torrin behind the net. He's continuing to work. A couple of PHC guys standing in front, but Torrin's going to need some help. He had 2 Detroit players draped all over him. Detroit will fleet his own. They come in on a 3-on-2. Nash looking to get back. There's a far side guy wide. Grayson makes a save. Loose puck in front. Another puck. Oh, that one is just squirts wide. Nash behind the net working it. Detroit defender has the puck. Plays it down low to the forward. Forward has it. He plays it to the corner. Detroit player has it in the corner. Looks to swing it in front. He does. But that's broken up by Borden. Borden plays it behind our own net. Up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain, loose puck at his feet. He gets it. Chips it out to center ice. That goes through everybody and goes all the way down. That's going to be an icing with 7 minutes flat on the clock. 1-0 Detroit. Clements, Longo, and Digatano come back out for a defensive zone faceoff. Finney and Tushev. Good hockey game here, folks. Clements wins the draw to Joey on the wall. Joey's fleeing the zone. He's got wheels. Joe chips it. Oh, tried to chip it around the defender to himself. Just got caught in the D-man skates. Clements comes over to help Joe. Joe battling on the wall. 3 Detroit players there, and Asher and Joey. Joey leveraging his body there, all 50 pounds soaking wet. And Detroit comes out with the puck. Detroit plays it in. That pass is loose. Finney's going to be first to that puck. He goes behind her net. He's bodied. Detroit player's stick is up on Finney. Good play. Clements comes in, loose puck, plays it to Longo. Longo tries to play it up to Joe. That played right to the Detroit player's skates. To the Detroit defenseman skates. Detroit has it. They swing it D to the weak side, and here they come. Detroit does a great job of using the weak side. Coached very well by Kyle Miller, head coach of the Detroit Brick team. Mikey Longo kicks that off. If Joe gets there first, it could be trouble for Detroit. But Detroit recovers. They play it to Longo. Longo has it. He steps in over the blue. He chips it deep. Joey goes for a change. Out comes Kellen McDonough. He's got some jump. Detroit has it. They throw it up to their winger, and their winger's just going to chip it to center ice. Finney has it, plays it off the wall. Detroit picks it up. They come in on Blake. Blake shot, score. Oh, good save by Kabuchi. Same identical play. Kabuchi got his shoulder on that one and hit it over the net. Looks like Kabuchi. Oh, he looks fine. It looked like for a second there he might have been hurt. Played across. Oh, Detroit goalie looks behind him. Great play by Kellen McDonough. A little backhand pass hits Mikey Longo in the slot. Mikey shoots it. Detroit goalie looked behind him, but he makes the save with 5:28 left on the clock. 1-0 Detroit. Yeah. PHC's first good scoring opportunity as Sean Barron calls out. It's a first good scoring chance in a while. Detroit goalie was up to the test. Not sure he knew he had it, but he did. Tommy Barron working on the wall. Into the corner. Tommy has it, throws it in front. Oh, loose puck there. Fiorello was there. It squeaked through everybody. Nobody's sticks were down. Fiorello throws it back over to Tommy Barron in the corner. Tommy Barron working. Tommy Barron throws another puck in the middle. Nobody home. Detroit collects that and throws it out to the red line. Luke's side in there. He plays it up to Barron. Barron, loose puck out of his reach. Goes to the Detroit defender. He goes D to D. Detroit comes back up that weak side wing. Pass broken up by Fiorello. He throws it away. Fiorello throws it up. Loose puck. Kellen working hard. He picks it up. Boarding picks up a loose puck at center ice. He goes in. He's tripped. No call there. Referees, I'm not even sure these guys have whistles. Luke has it at the red line. He throws it all the way in, and we go for a change. Kellen McDonough goes for a change. Out comes a Mocker and Tobias. Good play by Logan Borden to keep that puck in. Ooh, Detroit throws one out. That's going to be an ice. Detroit coach hollering at Parker Miller for missing that pass there. If he catches that, he was gone, my friends, on a breakaway. Puck just outside of his reach. Goes down for an icing. Tobias will step in for the draw with 4:30 on the clock. He's got Ray and Torrin with him, and Lucas and Blake. PHC wins the draw to the wall. Detroit gets it. Their winger falls down with Ray. Or that's Torrin, sorry. Ray is over there. He comes out with a loose puck. He's in the corner working. Ray behind the net working. Torrin comes in to help. 2 PHC guys there. Ray continues to have the puck, protects the puck. Great puck battle there. Detroit comes out with it. They play it up to the winger. Winger's by himself. Nash Tobias on his horse to get back. It should be a 2-on-3. Cam Coon's going right to the middle. Plays it in. That puck's broken up. Goes in the corner. Lucas plays it up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain misses that one. Goes to the Detroit defenseman. He plays it back in on the wall. Ooh. Tobias body. Good play by Blake to break that plot. Chamberlain has it. Blake is literally ahead. Shake and bake. Ray comes over the blue line. Blake is leading the rush here. Puck is crossed. Somebody's got to get back for Blake. Nothing there. Detroit plays it up and out. That's going to cross our blue line. Lucas will be first to the puck. Great play by Lucas. His stick is popped, but he throws it up. Detroit player steps in to pick it up. Lucas going to corral that loose puck in the middle. He's got headman. He hits Ray. Ray dances around one guy, loses the puck, goes out to the Detroit defenseman who picks it up in his own zone. Ray goes for a change. He falls down. Joey Digatano comes on the ice. Oh, Blake has Joey Digatano. He looked for him. Puck was knocked down, but Joey does get it. He gets it in his feet. Joey battling. Lucas has it. He plays it off the wall. Torin has it. Here comes Torin. Torin has it with Tobias. Joey comes in to help. Puck for the weak side D to the Detroit player who throws it in front. Nobody there. That goes to the wall. Puck played up to Joey on the wall. Joey by himself. Joey's going to get it. He dumps it deep. PHC going for a change. Joey's in on the forecheck all by himself, but here comes Clements and Longo. Detroit player goes down. Puck's thrown right up the gut. Detroit literally hanging a guy up front. It's a 2-on-1 now. He throws it in on... Detroit had a 2-on-1. Player just threw it in on Grayson. Grayson made the initial save. Puck's laying in front. Just chipped it over Grayson. 2-0. Detroit. 2:29 left on the clock. Clement steps in for the draw. Loose puck just in the feet. Detroit defenseman comes away with it. Gets it in across the PHC line. Longo comes back, breaks up the play. Finney falls down just outside our blue. Detroit has it on the weak side. Look to play it across. Sidon breaks that pass up. Plays it around to Joey. Joey collects the puck. He's got his head up. He dances by one guy. He's hooked. Detroit collects it and throws it back in our zone. Luke Sidon battling, needs some help. Joey comes over to help. Joe found the guy that's just about his size, number 91, McKenzie from Detroit. McKenzie's battling. Luke holds him against the boards. Joey collects, walks away with it. Loose puck. Joey has it. Plays it out to Longo, just outside the blue. Detroit's going to be offside, but no, Detroit clears the zone. Throws it back into Finney. Finney's got it. He's got to go D to D. He tried to play it to Joe, just outside Joe's reach. Detroit collects it, tries to pass it. Joe breaks that up. Puck goes in the corner. 1:31 on the clock. Luke Sidon behind the net, chips it to Finney. Finney has it. He's got time and space. Finney plays it up to Longo. Longo has it. Plays it up to Clements. Clements, he had Joey streaking. Just couldn't play it to him. Clements collapses. Longo's buried from behind. No call. Detroit clears the zone. Longo's retrieving his stick. Detroit has it. Spin move. Joe there. He can't get the puck. Detroit plays it across. 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Puck goes in the corner. Detroit now behind the net. Clement steps in. His stick is popped. He loses his stick. Joey there to break up that pass. Puck plays to Luke. Luke has it. He saw Joe. Detroit defenseman made a nice play. Gloved it out of midair. Detroit plays it across in the middle. That puck's broken up. Detroit got shot. Finney catches a shot in the back. Great block shot by Finney. Finney is down in our slot. Trying to get back up. He caught a puck to his back. Detroit plays it to the weak side wing. A shot. That hits the post. Hits Finney. Hits the post, hits Kabuchi, and goes in. It's 3-0 Detroit. 25 seconds on the clock. Finney was in pain there. He took a bullet to the back. A great block shot by Finney. McDonough, Fiorello, and Barron with Lucas and Logan. Some chatter going on the PHC bench, yelling at the referee. Not sure what that is about. Could be about Finney being down and hurt. But needless to say, it's 2-0. Actually, it's 3-0 now. And the period will end here. 7 seconds left as Detroit comes over to blue. Lucas breaks that up. Just chips it back out. And the horn sounds. Second period comes to an end. Cleveland Barons team has arrived. Max Gowdy coming out to talk to his goalie partner. Not a bad period by PHC. Gotta be first to loose pucks. That is the name of the game at this level. We had 1 or 2 scoring opportunities. Goalie looked behind them a couple times. We've not had one squeak through. A couple of those loose pucks for first two would change the game. Detroit does a phenomenal job of hanging some guys high, forcing the defensemen to play outside the zone. We've had a couple of odd man rushes. We've got to try to limit those as best as possible here, folks. Can't give up odd man rushes in these games. The kids have grown and they've become too talented. And they finish. So as we head into the third, PHC has some work to do. Need the next one here. Goal differential will probably matter in this event, as it does in many. The other teams in our division have yet to post a win at this point, which helps us. But PHC's got to get on the scoreboard. Some of our big guns here, if they can find the back of the net, the floodgates should open. But we have not had any puck luck yet to date. 15 minutes on the clock. Tommy Barron, Kellen McDonough, and Fiorello will come out for the opening draw of the third period with Lucas and Logan on the back end. There have been no penalties yet in this game. That's something to watch here, as our special teams could potentially get us back in this. Loose puck here at center ice. Kellen gets it. He plays it. Fiorello has it. Chips it to himself. He's going to get through to the Detroit defenseman. He's got it. Plays it in on the goalie. Didn't get much on that shot. Detroit goalie makes a save there. Looked like Fiorello might have tried to go 5-hole there, but goalie closed that gap up quick. Offensive zone draw here. 14:49 on the clock. This guy's running the clock. He's not paying attention. Looks like he's having a hoagie over in the shot. Face off, lost in the thing. Kellen goes down. Detroit leaves the zone. Tommy Barron and Kellen on the back check. Detroit steps over the blue. They play it weak side to the far side winger. Lucas is there. He picks up the loose puck. 14:31 on the clock. Lucas battling in the corner. Kellen comes over to help. Great job by Kellen to come over there and help. Picks up the loose puck. Tries to play it up to Barron. Finally does come to Barron. Just outside his reach. Kellen's there. Detroit picks up a loose puck, throws it across. That one hits nobody's stick. Detroit picks that puck up on the half wall. Fiorello there. He battles. Loose puck. Lucas tried to chip it. Chips it in the middle. Wasn't anybody there. Detroit plays it across. That puck's broken up, goes in the corner. Tommy Barron's there battling. Tommy Barron battles. Kellen comes out to the point. He breaks up. Goes right to Tommy Barron. Oh, he plays it up to Kellen. A nice idea by Tommy. Kellen was turned the other way. Detroit coming right back down. Played across to the middle. Tic-tac-toe pass. Shot. Save. Looked like a save. Goes over to top of the net. Lucas plays it. He plays it up to Tommy. Tommy has it. Tommy skates it out. He plays it up to Kellen. Kellen on his horse. Kellen's got it. He crosses the blue. Cuts to the middle. Cuts towards the middle. He's tripped up. Nothing. He's on his feet. Yager's here. Nash comes off the bench. Detroit plays it out to center ice. Detroit gets it. They dump, and they will change. Off the bench comes Ray and Chamberlain. Late plays it back to Finney. Finney has it in our corner. Finney tries to play it up the winger. That pass is intercepted by Detroit. Detroit walks one, walks two. Plays it out in front, nobody home. Ray breaks up a loose puck. Ray has it. He's got Chamberlain streaking if he gives it to him. Ray over the blue line, tries to chip it deep, does not. Detroit goes the other way. Ray was buried there as well. Detroit player just stepped his shoulder into Ray. Shot, nice play, breaks it up. I think that's Finney. Finney made a nice play there. If that goes backdoor, it's a tap in. Detroit has it just inside the blue. Plays it. Ray gets it, chips it out. Cannot leave the zone. He does this time. Ray chips it up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain has it at the red line. He's on his horse. Two Detroit guys come back. One pops his stick. One steals the puck. 4 Detroit players over there. Ray and Chamberlain working. Tobias has it. He shoots it. Hits the goalie's glove. Goes in the corner. Detroit first the puck. Chamberlain on the forecheck. Detroit throws it in the middle. Coombs catches it. Throws it to himself at center ice. He's battling with Tobias. Tobias has it. Coombs working it. Tobias still battling. Detroit comes out with it. Not before Tobias plays it out to over the blue. That was Blake. Sorry. Great play by Blake there. Detroit plays it across. That's broken up. Ray is slashed. First penalty. Great job by Ray. Ray was tripped up there. And with 11:59 on the clock, Like I said, there was going to be a power play coming, and there is. And out for their first shift of the third period comes Mikey Longo, Asher Clements, and Joey Vigitano with Logan and Luke on the back end. And if there's ever a time for this unit to get working, it would be now, because we need a goal badly. Joe and Asher talking to each other here as Asher steps in. Asher loses the draw. Detroit plays it behind their net. Joe's on the forecheck. Longo's there. Joe and Longo working it. Detroit player brings it around. Asher's there, picks that pass off, throws it down to Longo. Longo has it. Longo's on the half wall. He works. He throws it back to Luke. Luke plays it to Longo on the wall. Longo has it. Longo has it. Holds. Plays it to Clements below the dots. Back to Longo on the half wall. Longo has it. He's got to move his feet. Plays it back down to Asher. Joey trying to get open. He cannot. Detroit guy all over him. Back to Longo. Back to Clements behind the net. You got to move. Clements takes it behind the net. Oh, he tried to stuff it. Joey now picks up the loose puck. He plays it back to Asher. Joey's on the wall. He's got him. Oh, Clements tried to stuff it again, just out of his reach. Joey comes in to help. Longo picks up the loose puck. Longo has it, throws it in front. Nobody there. Detroit's going to leave. Longo is dumped. Great play by Luke to break it up. Here they go. If they hurry, Longo's still in the zone. Luke didn't see Longo still in the zone. 11 minutes flat on the clock. 31 seconds of power play time. Longo and Clements played catch there for a little bit. Detroit defenseman just left him out there to play catch. There was no real threat on the outside, but Clements almost stuffed one in twice. We lose the draw. Detroit throws it out. That goes past Borden. Luke will collect that in our own zone, top of the circles. Luke plays it back to Logan. Logan has it. Logan plays it up to Joe. Joe has it. Joe crosses the blue. Joe plays it to himself. Come on, Joey. Joey ducks his shoulder, tries to play it across. He goes down. He's behind the net. He's got Longo there, helps. Longo behind the net, camped out in front is Joey. Joey's in front. Longo plays it to side, and Detroit player plays him, side and steps around. Luke shoots right into the goalie's glove. 10:26 on the clock, and that will be the end of the power play. Did get some opportunities there. Some good pressure, good zone time, but could not find the back of the net. 10:25 on the clock. McDonough, Chamberlain, and Tobias. McDonough moves to the wing on this line. McDonough there, shoots. Ooh, just outside the net. Picks up his loose puck, plays to Chamberlain. Chamberlain shot it on goal. Goalie makes a save. Another grade A scoring chance for PHC. Goalie makes a save. Logan swipes his stick, breaks up that play at the blue line. Logan now battling. In comes Tobias. It looks like McDonough is behind the net. He scoops that up. He plays it up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain across the blue. Chamberlain across the red. Chamberlain over the Detroit blue line, loses the puck. Detroit plays it in on their own goalie, and that's going to be an offensive zone draw. Lucas and Blake come out, 9:51 on the clock. Still 3-0. 3-0 score. Tommy Barron and Fiorello will come out with Kellen McDonough. Kellen McDonough will step in to take the draw. 9:51 on the clock. Kellen McDonough has it. Loose puck there. Tommy looks for it. Tommy chips it back to Blake. Blake has it, goes D to D, just outside the reach of Lucas. Lucas will get there first and chip it deep. Detroit defender steps over and gets it. He plays it across the middle. Detroit has it. They kick it wide. Oh, here comes Detroit over the blue. They play it across. Oh, just outside of Cam Coons. If he had that, he was wide open. Fiorello tries to play it. He's dumped just inside our own blue. Kellen has it. Plays it across to Tommy. That puck's broken up. Here comes Detroit over the blue. Toe drag shot. Grayson will play that into the corner, and he's going to jump on top of that with 9:19 left, 9:16 left. The scorekeeper will get around to stopping the clock. It looks like he did there. Chamberlain and Cash come out with Tobias. PHC had another opportunity, just could not find the back of the net. Tobias steps in. He loses the draw. Detroit plays it back to the D. He looks. D plays it to the winger on the half wall. He steps out one, plays it across. Lucas breaks that up in the middle, plays it to himself. Blake has it, chips it up to Chamberlain. Chamberlain tries to clear the zone, cannot. Nash comes over to help. Chamberlain has it. He gets it out of the zone. Great job by Torrin to stay with it. Nash on his horse, pressures the Detroit defenseman. Detroit throws it across. Shake and bake. Ray was there, could not find it. Goes all the way down to Lucas. Lucas has it just inside our own blue. He twists, he turns, he throws it out. Detroit's offsides. They play it back in, 8:47 on the clock to be a face-off in the neutral zone. PHC will go for a full change here. Finney and Luke come out. Joey, Longo, and Clements. 3-0 Detroit. Clement steps in. Puck comes in. Joe falls down. Puck's in Joe. Longo's digging it out. Joe kicks it back. Clements picks that up. Tries to play it to himself. Longo has it. He tries to make a pass. He can't. He chips it in deep. Joey's going to be first on it. Joey pressures the D. Tries to pop his stick. He does. Joey's there. Longo plays it over to Joe. Joe has it. Toe drags around 1. Toe drags around 2. He's got it. Still battling. He plays it into the corner to Longo. Longo has it. He tries to play it back to Joe. Oh, Detroit player came over and get it. And they're going to leave the zone. Detroit comes in. Detroit plays it across. 1, 2. They play it in on Grayson. Grayson looked behind him, but he made the save. Nice save by Grayson. 8:03 on the clock. Looked like a harmless play there, but I think Grayson was expecting them to go to the far side winger like they normally do. And instead, they threw it right in on goal. Grayson makes a nice save there. Chamberlain, Tobias, and Ray come out. 8:03 on the clock. Detroit wins the draw back to the point. Defenseman walks in, steps low, plays it in on goal. Grayson plays it to the corner. Tobias is there. Tobias has the puck behind our net. Loses it. Luke has it. Has time. Dances one guy. Chips it out just outside the blue. Luke falls down. Detroit coming right back. Luke got to get up. He does. Puck comes across. Luke picked up the Detroit player's stick. Puck goes into the far corner. Detroit first to the puck. Winger collects. Plays it back to the point. Chamberlain there. Detroit plays it back down low. They have it. Nice rotation there by Detroit. Finney pushed on the Detroit player who falls down but still maintained possession. He plays it back in front. Shot, score. Little backhander squeaks in. 7:18 on the clock, 4-0. Detroit forwards just playing catch with each other on that half wall. Threw it out in front. Little chip backhander, found the back of the net. Kellen loses the face-off at center ice. Detroit has it. They look to play it deep. Tommy Barron on the fuck, battling. Kellen there battling. Detroit picks up the loose puck over the blue. They step in, shot high and wide. Deflected high and wide. Detroit first to the puck behind the net. Can't say that enough, folks. Detroit has the puck at the point. Takeover. Detroit swings it weak side. Detroit shoots. High, deflected high over the glass. The theme of this game, folks, is first to pucks. And we have been first to pucks very few times. But there are loose pucks all over. And if you're not first to pucks, you're not going to win many hockey games. 6:53 on the clock, 4-rip Detroit. Kellen steps in for the defensive zone draw. He loses it, goes through Tommy Barron's skates. Tommy Barron is going to be first to the puck. Throws it up to the defenseman. Detroit corrals it, throws it in on goal. Grayson plays that to the corner. Fiorello tried to chip that out. He can't. Detroit leaves it, keeps it in. Detroit battling along the wall. Fiorello comes back over to play him. Detroit walks off the wall, comes in right in the slot. Tommy Barron scoops up a loose puck. He gets over the blue, gets it out to the red line. He's battling. Logan gets it. He crosses, steps through. Logan loses the loose puck. His sticks pop. The puck's out to center ice. Lucas has it. He's just going to play it back in so Logan can get back. Nice play by Lucas. Heads up play. Logan gets back. Detroit plays it to the weak side. Detroit over the blue. Shot. Nice save by Grayson. Puck kicks into the corner. Kellen's there. Clements comes out to help. Puck goes through Clements' skates. Detroit plays it to the far side D. He walks all the way down and shoots. I believe that was saved or deflected. Back to the Detroit defenseman. He shoots. Grayson catches that. 5:46 on the clock. Longo and Joe come out with Clements. Defensive zone draw. Looks like Logan, Tushev, and Finney will come out as the D pair. Clements steps in for the draw. He loses it. Detroit swings it D to D. He walks, he shoots. Not sure where that is. Loose puck out, chips it out to Joe. Joe has it, full head of steam. Here comes Joey. Joey over the blue. Joey dances through. They're going to play the body and just knock Joe down. Joe looking for a penalty. Not going to get it there, buddy. Nice play by Finney. Plays it back. Nice play up to Clements. Clements has it. Clements has it. He crosses the blue. He chips it in deep. Clements is there. Got Joe. He plays it over to Blake. Blake was going to go, but he decided not to. Detroit coming back on a 3-on-2. They play it across. Detroit has it. They play it across. Nobody there. Joe's going to get there first. He's got the loose puck. Joe has it. Chips it off the wall. Detroit blocks that clearing attempt. Joe battles. He's got a loose puck. Joe's got it. 1-on-1. Joe's out to the red line. Joe is interfered with. Joe slashes the guy at it. What a dog shit play that is. Detroit guy interferes with Joe. Joe gives him a little whack, and they're going to call Joe for a slash retaliation. So instead of going on the power play, it's going to be probably 5-on-5 for coincidentals. Detroit, the player, Joe's gone. He chipped it by the guy, and it's probably a breakaway, looked like. But Detroit player, smart, gets in his way, draws a penalty. Tobias steps in with Chamberlain and Cashin. Detroit wins the draw. Defenseman has it, plays it back to his other dig. He gets it, plays it up to the winger. Finney there, he's got it, chips it in deep. Torin and Tobias are on a foot race to be first to the puck. All three PHC players behind the net. Tobias has it, Detroit gets it, swings it. Logan's there, tried to chip it to himself. He throws it in the middle, nobody there. Torin on the back check. Going to be a 2-on-1. Yep, Detroit has it. Luke, great job. Luke knocked down. Yep, they're going to call a penalty. Great job by Luke to break that play up. PHC probably now going to go on a power play. 4:08 left on the clock, down 4-0. Luke broke that play up. I'll be honest, of everything that's going on in this game, that was probably not a penalty. But obviously, we're going to take it. Chamberlain, Tobias, and Ray come out with Gordon and Luke on the back end. And we need a goal here, friends. We need a goal. Tobias loses the draw. Detroit has it, tries to play it out, they can't. Chamberlain was on the forecheck there. That goes to Borden. Borden throws it behind his back. It's out to center ice. Logan had more time than he thought. Luke has it at the red line. Luke has it, swings it to Borden. Borden has it. Borden walks. Crosses the blue. Kicks it wide. Great job. Ray shoots into the glove. Goalie cannot catch that one. Torin's first to the puck. He's knocked down 3 Detroit players there. No idea where all the PHC guys are. We're on a power play. Detroit actually had time to collect the puck, chip it to themselves, and now they're going to end up with a 2-on-1. Oh, good sauce pass by Detroit. Shoots, scores. 5-0. 5-0 there. And ladies and gentlemen, loose puck. Literally nobody around. Nobody wanted it. And that's what happens when you leave this team with open ice. They will make you pay, and they did. What? Short-handed. Kellen has it at center ice. Kellen, across the blue. Looking for somebody to dish it to. He goes down. Detroit scoops it up. They play it off the wall. Blake's going to get that center ice. He swings it D to Lucas. 3:10 on the clock. Lucas has it at center ice. He chips it. Fiorello's there. Detroit comes, scoops up a loose puck. D-man collapsed. Lucas trying to play it in deep. Could be another 2-on-1. And it is. 2-on-1 for Detroit. Detroit's off sides. Luckily. 2:53 on the clock. Otherwise, that was another odd man rush. The message here is, folks, this was a great hockey game early on. When you stop the forecheck and you're not first to pucks, the game's going to get away from you against a team like this. 5-0, 2:36 left. Detroit has the puck just inside their own blue. They play it up. Guy comes out of the box. 2:31 on the clock. Detroit over the blue line. Blake plays into the corner. Blake staying with him. Blake, good job. There's no penalty there. The Detroit player fell down, lost an edge. Kellen comes in to scoop up the loose puck. He's behind her own net, chips it to himself. He's interfered with, but they're not going to call that. Blake chips it up the wall to the winger. Kellen, nice job. Kellen could create an odd-man rush. Fiorella's got to go with him. Ooh, Kellen tried to dance around the Detroit defender, loses it, but gets it back. Kellen falls. Tommy Barron comes off the bench, flying. Detroit out. 4-on-2 for Detroit. 4-on-2, far side. Ooh, good job by Blake to break that up, and then he clocks the Detroit winger, who collapses in the corner. That puck is played out to Fiorello. Fiorello has it. He's by himself, dips his shoulder. Lucas is all the way in. Joey and Asher come off the bench. Asher and Joey come out. They got to start moving. They got to get back. That's a breakaway. Not sure where the D was on that one, but that's a breakaway, and that's a goal. 6-0, 1:30 left on the clock. D pinched up. Nobody covered back. Breakaway city. And this is not a team to be given odd man rushes and breakaways to. The goal light will go on. And it'll be a running clock here now, ladies and gentlemen. This one will be over before you know it. And what was a great hockey game has turned into a bloodbath. 6 rip, 1-0. Detroit has it in their own end. Big curl. Joe steps in. He finds a loose puck. Puck's in his feet. He's working. Him and Longo got to talk to each other. Loose puck. Joe has it. Clements picks up a loose puck. He's going to play it back to the wall. Finney plays it down. Joe has that off the wall. Joe's going to dance around one, cut middle. He tries to tuck it in. Longo's there. Oh, good try by Longo. Just outside of reach. Cam Coon skips up a loose puck, plays it over our blue. Clements is there. Great job by Clements. Picks up the loose puck. Joe has it in our own end. Fakes like he's going to play it into the middle. He's got it back. Joe now following the guy behind the net. I'm not sure what happened here. 13 seconds on the clock. They're calling no goal. Detroit players are pointing towards the net as if that's a goal. And that'll do it, folks. 6-0 to score. We'll see you tomorrow morning. A good game early. Got away from the PHC crew here late. And Detroit made them pay. The last 3 goals, odd man rush. And when you have odd man rushes against the #1 team in the nation, you're not going to do yourself any favors. A couple of grade A scoring chances for PHC. Couldn't find the back of the net. We will come back tomorrow and we will play Team Illinois.
7:10 a.m.
A 7:10 a.m. start is what Sean Barron is telling me. No hospitality here from the Detroit folks who are supposed to be somewhat our friends. Kyle Miller making us play bright and early. Well, I'm sure him and his crew will sleep in. We may go over there tomorrow morning and knock on their door and wake them up with bagels and Danish. Sean Barron, good night and good hockey. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.